How's it going, everyone? Marriland here, and that's right, it's time for more of my Pokemon Ultra Moon walkthrough. Now we're going on over to Route 2. Oh yeah, beautiful Route 2. So, there's something shaking in the grass over there. Yeah, so there are ambush Pokemon, Pokemon that will ambush you if you walk in certain patches of grass, or here and there. And this happens to be the first one that you'll encounter. However, if you knock them out, then there's a chance you might get an item afterwards. Anyway, this one is one of the new Pokemon in the area. It's not actually a new Pokemon, but it is kind of new to be included in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. That's right, it's Ekans. And look who didn't heal his team. Okay, you know what? That is something I should probably do. You can always tell your Pokemon's health by looking at their Pokeballs as they're sent into battle. Well, specifically, you'll see 6 Pokemon in the bottom left corner. And yeah, since one of them was kind of grayed out, that means, yeah, Ruffleshot's fainted. I'll tell you what, I'll be right back. We'll deal with that Ekans in just a moment. Alright, so you know what? While I was healing, there is also something I completely forgot to show in the last episode. In fact, there's actually 2 things. This right here is the Malasada shop. There's a mouthful for you, but yeah, mouthful of Malasada sounds great. So, yeah, you can buy sweet Malasadas here. And these, they can raise your Pokemon's affection stat. That's the stat for Pokemon Refresh. You know, where you, like, give them beans and stuff like that. And it raises the Pokemon's affection based on its nature. So certain Pokemon like sweet food. But you know what? It's not really that helpful, to be honest. Like, realistically, Pokebeans are just fine. You can also buy a big Malasada here for 350 Poke. And that's actually pretty good, or Poke Dollars. So, what does the big Malasada do? That actually heals any status condition, which is kind of nice. But yeah, I can only buy 1 per day, which is kind of unfortunate. However, that's a nice, cheap way to heal all sorts of different status conditions, so it's nice to have. The other thing is this. I completely didn't really mention this, and you're probably wondering, what the heck is this? Well, the thing is, we're gonna have to wait on this for a little bit later. Don't worry, I didn't forget about it. It's just nothing that we can do anything with just yet. Anyway, back to Route 2. Okay, back on Route 2. Let's get some revenge against that snake. Or not. We're gonna fight something else before it is even arrived to attack. Yeah, there's actually quite a few Pokemon. Well, I guess it's an Ekans anyway. Yeah, you can still run into those here. They're not just an ambush encounter. So Ekans, it's a poison-type snake. Intimidate is probably the best ability for it, but honestly, I can't really recommend Ekans. It's just really bad. Like, I mean, maybe you will have success using it. I just don't really find it that remarkable of a poison type. Its only poison type move for an eternity is Poison Sting, and that's not really going to be sufficient. So, yeah, there's better poison types for you. Now, that's not to mean, you know, it's completely useless. And that's something I guess I should reiterate with any of my reviews or assessments of Pokemon. Just because I don't think it's good doesn't mean you shouldn't use it or can't use it. Like, please, one of the fun things about Pokemon is experimenting with different Pokemon on your team. Sometimes it's actually fun to give the underdogs a try. You don't have to do it, but by all means, you can be creative with your team. You can win with just about anything, believe it or not, especially if you allow using items and such. Anyway, I'm catching the seconds just because I want to complete my Pokédex at some point, so yeah, we've got a snake! We've got a snake! It's an Ekans! It's a snake. Alright, yeah, it's actually snake backwards, but you probably knew that, as everyone has known that for a while, huh? Alright, so the eggs of bird Pokemon are its favorite food. It swallows eggs whole, so sometimes an egg gets stuck and Ekans faints. Oh no, that's pretty terrible. Alright, we're not gonna give you a nickname. You can go away. I'm sorry, I don't need you. I don't need you, and we're about to fight another one, too. Wait! Oh, darn it, I couldn't get to my menu in time. oh, it's actually not Ekans. I think the first one is Ekans, but yeah, in the future you can run into a few different Pokemon that'll ambush you, and one of them here is Makuhita, the fighting-type Pokemon. It's actually not too bad as far as fighting-type Pokemon go. I mean, there's plenty of fighting-type options, but Makuhita has enough to kind of separate it. And it has a... oh, wow, that actually did a lot more damage than I thought. Whoops. Yeah, I mean, it has a lot of hit points. It should be able to take a hit fairly well. But yeah, apparently that one was not such a defensive one as I thought. Huh, oh well. Alright, anyway, let's see if I can find something else around here. There we go, what a great example. This is Drowzee, another Psychic-type Pokemon that evolves into Hypno, and it has Hypnosis early on, which is kind of cool. But, honestly, I don't really recommend it. I mean, you could go with either Mime Jr. or Abra, and they evolve into some pretty good things that hit pretty hard. And there's Slowpoke, and there's Inkay. Like, there's just no shortage of Psychic-type Pokemon, and unfortunately, Drowzee doesn't really hit very hard. And, I don't know, it's just not really all that remarkable. It has good special defense, though, but I don't know. I don't really recommend it, but I'm gonna get it anyway. There we go. Man, I'm having some good luck catching Pokemon today. Alright, I'm too cheap to use an Awakening, so let's just use Pokemon Refresh. But first, let's investigate Drowzee. See what it has to say about Drowzee. Alright. Actually no, it doesn't say when. It says it puts its prey to sleep and devours their dreams. It seems that bad dreams taste sour, so Drowzee doesn't particularly like eating them. Okay. I like how it wiggles its fingers. Alright, away with you, Drowzee. There it is. The other Pokemon that you can find down here in the grass. There's actually quite a few Pokemon you've already run into, but Smeargle here is the last of the Pokemon in this particular kind of southern part of Route 2 that is new to you. And it's pretty bad. It has one move, Sketch, and it permanently copies the move that you use against it. So I gotta think very carefully what I want to do against this thing. I'll give you a hint. It doesn't really matter. Smeargle's really bad in-game. Like, if you're trying to get through the game, it's not really gonna help. It's a great utility after beating the game, but it just isn't good. Like, it's so tough trying to get this thing to work. See, there's Sketch, and now it will have Confusion for the rest of its life. Now, it learns Sketch every 10 levels. Basically, every level ending in 1. And since you can't easily relearn moves until the end of the game, actually, you can't at all. Yeah, it's just really a pain, because then you're pretty much committed to its moves. Yeah. I should probably mention this thing is a little difficult to catch, too, so have fun with that. And as you can see, it really hurts with that Confusion. I ended up having to use a Great Ball to catch it, but yeah, I got Smeargle. Hooray, now I don't have to worry about it. Okay, Smeargle, it draws symbols with the fluid that oozes from the tip of its tail. Depending on the symbol, Smeargle fanatics will pay big money for them. Alright, you do not need a nickname, and you can just go away. I'm sorry. Alright, let's see if I can get that Makuhita. There it is! It's actually the very next encounter. Nice. So, this is actually not the extent of Pokemon available on Route too. There's actually more Pokemon available in the northern part of the route. So what you see down on the encounter listings, that's not everything here. There are more things, but like I said, they're available later on. So I don't want to knock this thing out like I did the last one. Let's go ahead and just use Tackle, just as a nice kind of weak move. That was a critical hit and it only did 1 damage. That was also a critical hit and it did 1 damage. Yeah, Arm Thrust can hit between 2 and 5 times. Because, you know, it's the enemy, it'll always hit 5 times, it feels like. And, yeah, it's kind of reasonable early on. Alright, let's see if I can get this thing now. There we go! Not too bad. Okay, cool. So, that actually didn't take very long at all to get all the Pokemon down here. Yeah, Makuhita, like I was saying earlier, is pretty good as far as fighting types go. There are plenty of fighting options, but it's got good hit points and can usually take attacks fairly well. So I don't know why it couldn't handle that peck. Alright, there's a rumor of a traditional recipe for stew that trainers can use to raise strong Makuhita. Alright then. Okay, I hope you're ready for some trainer battles. Yeah, let's do this. So there are quite a few trainers on the route. There's not like a ton, but it'll definitely be a nice change of pace after, well, you know, a little bit of a break over in Hau'oli City. So yeah, Beauty Crystal here. She has a Cutiefly. That's a new Pokemon introduced in Pokemon Sun and Moon. It's a bug fairy type, so it's kind of interesting, but it's also pretty darn adorable. Yeah, let's go ahead and hit this thing with Peck. Yeah. Oh, not quite enough. It's fine, though. Yeah, Fairy Wind. Not too bad. Again, solid Fairy-type move at this point. Way better than Absorb on that thing. Don't worry, you'll be able to get those further on in this very route. So if you like what you see there, don't worry. It'll be available. And it's actually a pretty good Pokemon, too. Okay, so that's that. Now, let's head a little bit further north over here. There's some rocks, which we can't do anything with yet. There's also this guy right here. But before we go over there, let me just kind of show you something. I guess I don't need to be in the tall grass here. Darn it! You can actually sneak through if you don't want to fight anything. Oh, Smeargle, go away. You're not good. I mean, it can be really good after you've beaten the game. Oh, by the way, what happens if Sketch fails? Well, I'm just gonna use Astonish just as a mulligan, but yeah, it has only 1 power point. So if you switch out or use an item or something like that, then Smeargle will have no moves, and it'll be forced to use Struggle, which hits itself for 25% of its maximum hit points after doing a very small amount of damage. So you gotta use a move, or yeah, you're gonna... Although you do get to keep Sketch in that case. Yeah, there's a shortcut if you go along this way. So what's over here? Well, this is actually Hau'oli Cemetery. Now, this is an optional area. You don't need to check it out. I'll have it as a separate video. It'll actually probably be the next episode. But yeah, that's right over there. It's optional. You can check it out before clearing the route. I'll do that on the next episode, but I just wanted to let you know you can go there rather immediately. All right, let's fight this squirt. Get over here. All right, preschooler Dylan. Let's see what he's got. He's got a Drifloon. Nice. Yeah, it's a ghost flying type Pokemon, so you do not want to hit it with any normal type moves or any fighting type moves, because that won't do anything. Or any ground type moves, but you're unlikely to have those at this point. I have a ghost type move, which is effective against it, and I tell you, that Quick Claw has actually triggered quite often. Nice. Oh, minimize. Yeah, that is kind of annoying. It raises its evasion sharply. Which, yeah, it's kind of bad. Well, I mean bad if it uses it. It's a good move for Drifloon. What the heck is up with that Quick Claw? Thing's crazy. Oh, it's hitting me with a taste of my own medicine. Okay, fine. Yeah, we're gonna use Astonish. Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Evasion. Fun stuff. Nothing you can do. Well, I mean, you could have some moves that help with that. Oh, right, and it has the Aftermath ability. So whenever I knock it out, it does some damage to me as well. Joy. Okay, well, that was fun, you little twerp. Okay, I think I'm gonna go back and heal really fast. I'll see you in a moment. Perfect, there it is. That's another Pokemon that I kind of forgot to mention. You can run into only in ambushes. Dunsparce. Yeah, Dunsparce. Yeah, Dunsparce. This thing looks weird. I don't know how else to put it. And it's actually one of those things that I think a lot of people may have a misconception about. It's not great, but it's actually not as bad as it looks if it has a certain ability. If it has the ability Serene Grace. That's an ability that actually doubles the chance of any extra effects happening. So for instance, if there's a move with, you know, oh wow, critical hit. If there's a move with maybe a 20% chance of confusing the foe, well, it'll be up to 40% instead. So it's actually a pretty good ability. However, it might have Runaway instead, which is really bad. Really bad. Now, I was surprised while researching this Pokemon to find that it actually has some interesting strategies you can do with it. Like, it's not great, it's not the best thing ever, but it's not as bad as I thought. So yeah, definitely check out that review if you're interested in learning more about Dunsparce and its craziness. But yeah, you can only get that as an ambush encounter over here. So I got rather lucky, because it's not even that common. Alright, when it sees a person, it digs a hole with its tail to make its escape. If you happen to find one, consider yourself lucky. I actually do. I've had good luck with encounters so far today. Alright, I do want to take a look. Does it have Serene Grace? It is not. So you are worthless to me. I'm sorry. Really, Serene Grace is what makes Dunsparce so fun. If yours doesn't have it, yeah, you're probably not going to have as much fun with it. Anyway, let's head on over this way. And we can check out this house. There is a sticker right outside of the window. Plus, we can go inside of the house here, and I believe there's another sticker right on the fridge. Nice. All right, so this is an interesting house, to say the least. It's good for kids to experience their own journeys, but running away without even a word to your parents is another thing entirely. I tried to set that boy of mine straight, but when I did, I was the one who got beat. Oh, man. Yeah, so there's a photo album, but it looks like it hasn't been touched lately. I'm not going to elaborate on this just yet, but kind of keep in mind, you know, there's a trophy set here, there's a Wii U and the TV. Alright, and, you know, boombox, or stereo system, rather. Yeah, so someone lived here, and, you know, it's part of a family, but wonder who that could be. I wonder. Well, we're not gonna find out for a while, don't worry. But yeah, anyway, if you try to actually progress further past this point, I went over here just as a force of habit, but either way, you'll be called over by this guy. We're right by the sea, that's right. Welcome to my wonderful seaside motel. My Crabrawler sure is something, ain't he? He naps passerbyers to bring them to me, so I can send them down by the bay. Though he's actually been a little too good at his job, so I got no vacant rooms to offer you. But that doesn't mean you come for nothing. Here, follow me this way. Alright, we gotta do this, right? Yep. Not gonna let me pass. That's what I was talking about. Yeah, this Crabrawler, it must be named Gandalf, because it will not let me pass. We gotta go over here first. So, we gotta go to this area, which is actually new to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. And there's a surfer! That's right, finally surfers! Like, what were you thinking, Pokemon? Making games based on Hawaii and not having surfers to battle? What? Yeah, anyway. Oh, this isn't necessarily good news. This is Delibird. It's an ice-flying type Pokemon, but it doesn't really have any moves other than one, Present. I don't know what I'm going to do against this thing. Let's switch out for Hippie Hop. Yeah, it'll just throw presents at you, which will do a very small amount of damage, a medium amount of damage, a lot of damage, or it could even heal the Pokemon that it's hitting, so it's a pretty bad move. Oh my. Alright, I really don't want you to faint, Hippie Hop, so please don't faint. Okay, we're good. Yeah. Okay, so at least I get a good amount of experience for that. 172, not too bad. Okay, so... yeah, you gotta fight this guy. Well, I think you might be able to sneak past him, but I don't know, I chose to. And this is actually a new area in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. We will be back here, but you gotta stop by just briefly. This is the Big Wave Beach. Aw, yeah. But we're not gonna be able to surf or do anything fun here just yet. No, we're not. Alright, let's switch out for nap time. I really want to get nap time to level 13, because that's when I get good moves. Okay, so we gotta go over this way, and we'll get noticed by this swimmer over here. Yeah, Mantine surf! Sweet! Climb on a Mantine and then surf. It's the best sport where you can enjoy traveling across the ocean waves. But we gotta get something else first. We gotta be as tough as a real kahuna. Nice. Okay, so we'll be back here, don't worry. But... oh, you're not gonna let me pass. There's actually something you can get over here. So I gotta remember to do that later. Now, there is actually... if you're feeling adventurous, I'm not gonna cover it just yet, but there's, actually, there are a few hidden items on the beach. I'm not really gonna be showing them, because I don't have an easy way to find them. But yeah, there is a cave over here. This is called the Sandy Cave. But there's pretty much nothing you can do in it right now. Other than catch 2 Pokemon, you'll be able to catch very easily, like, elsewhere on the island. So it's not really worth covering. Just know that, okay, there's a cave there. And you'll have to come back way later. You better be ready for the Mischief Masters of Team Skull to do some Mantine surfing too! Oh boy, I gotta see that. Oh, Team Skull, you know you guys can't ride here. What's up with that? We look like kids to you or something? No, the real reason is... yeah, the real reason is... every time you try, you keep up those ridiculous dance moves even on Mantine's back, and then you end up in the water. You want us to stop dancing? That's our identity, yo! It's all we've got! Man, forget her, B! We're Team Skull! No one can stop us from acting hard-headed! All right, so they're just gonna dance in the face of that Mantine. All right, so we gotta go save the day. Let's go stop Team Skull in their tracks. What are you looking at, shortstop? Huh? Huh? Wait, huh? You're that kid. You want to scrap, Tiny Trainer? A battle, yo. You might have beat us in Hau'oli City, but we'll put our heads together to beat you this time. Oh, boy. Yep, another fight against Team Skull. Yeah, you're going to be running into these jokers a lot. Okay, so this Team Skull Grunt has a Drowzee. And remember what I was telling you about its high special defense? Yeah, but you know what? I have Bug Bite, so I don't even need to worry about it. Yeah. Well, I don't have a lot of attack either, so... but it still is pretty good. Yeah. Alright, just enough to get nap time to level 12. Still has excellent stats, which is nice. Yeah! Alright, I love the music. Seriously, Home Slice? You're too strong for a kid, yo! Og, I gotta go make somebody else miserable to feel better. Let's go mess with the Lima again, B. I'm down with that. Verdant Cavern's pretty close by anyway. Wait a second, that's Grunt A. He just said Grunt B. Or B. Maybe his name's B. Hey, you! You better listen to what my homie says and drill it into that thick skull of yours! Seriously, you better not forget, numbskull! Alright, bye. Nice one, kid. Mantine won't be subjected to their terrible surfing skills thanks to you. Alright, well, that's great. So she's gonna reward me with some fresh water. Thanks. Alright, so yeah, we can take on Captain Alima's trial. Nice. So after a bit further in the game, we'll be coming back here. There we go. Now I can walk over here. So, there is actually an item and a Pyukumuku. Hey, Pyukumuku staring at you. All right, let's turn to the right. Come on, you can do it. Just turn. Turn your body. Turn your body. Come on. Oh, it wants to play with me more. All right, let's turn to the left. To the left. To the left. We're gonna turn to the left again. You can do it. You can do it! I believe in you, Pyukumuku. I believe in you. You're not the quickest at this, though. Here, how about you turn to the right now? Ah, there we go. Alright, let's play peekaboo. This is like my weakness, okay? It's so dumb, but it's so fun, you know? It doesn't really... Oh, I like how she's giggling. It doesn't really accomplish anything, but there's just something satisfying about it. Like, I don't know. Sometimes you just need to take time to smell the roses. All right, we gotta wave goodbye. I don't know how I could pet a Pyukumuku, though. All right, well, anyway, over here, you can get a white herb. So this is a rather useful item, but you're probably not going to want to equip it. So this thing... When you use it, well, when you hold it, if ever one of your stats gets lowered in battle, then it resets that stat. So that's kind of handy for certain moves. However, it's a single-use item, so it's not like you have an unlimited number of those. However, if you're fighting your friends or doing any kind of player versus player battle, then it'll reset after that battle. So you want to have one for those situations. But yeah, after that, you don't really need any more, I don't think. But just make sure you don't waste it in-game, because that'd be kind of sad. All right, so over at this hotel, or motel, rather, there's this guy. He's just chilling. So you got a Pokédex then, have you? Then I guess I'll give you some nest balls. All right. Yeah. The lower the level of the Pokemon, the better it is, which is kind of handy. They're pretty good early on, but you only have 2 of them. Still handy, though. All right, now, let's see. I guess we can move. Actually, wait a second. Hold up. If you go over this way... Wait, what do you have to say? Why are you looking at that swing? Boo-hoo-hoo! What am I to do? All right, what's wrong? My precious little Meowth is lost. It's so very timid and shy, so I'm sure it must be hiding someplace. Oh, my poor Meowth. My heart breaks just thinking about you. I want to find you and hug you and love you. Please, will you help me find my Meowth? All right, sure. You will help. Oh, thank you. You're my hero. My Meowth loves the shadowy spaces under tires and beneath trees. So we gotta be on the lookout for a Meowth. Let's see if we can find that thing over by a truck. Oh, actually, there's this thing by a truck. A super potion, which heals 60 hit points. Not 50. It's actually been upgraded. I was mistaken in the last episode. Okay, so here we go. It's a Meowth. It's crouched beneath the car and trying to scare you off. So you can either look it in the eye or look away from it. Well, cats hate it when you look them in the eye, unless they really trust you. So we're just gonna look away. All right, now it crept out toward me. So if you looked it in the eye, you'll have to chase it down somewhere else. But yeah, I know how to handle this, cat. So there we go. Oh, my precious Meowth! Thank goodness you weren't hurt. Oh, Meowth, I'll never let you go again. Oh, I just love to rub your cheek with mine. You're so soft and my beard is so scratchy. Okay. Meowth looks exhausted after all that loving from its trainer. This guy really loves cats. This little rascal's always running off and making me worry. Thank you for helping me find it, though, young trial goer. Since you were so speedy and skillful at helping me, I'll be just as quick to reward you. Use this special set of mine to pick up your pace and boost your power in battle. Yep. So remember what I was telling you about getting a whole bunch of X items? This guy gives you an X speed, an X attack, an X special attack, and that's it. But that's pretty good. And there they go. All right, yeah, so that's one of the little side quests in the game. That's actually not what I was even going over here for. If you go out of the way of this encounter... oh, well, looks like Meowth ran away, I guess. Yeah. Yeah, we don't need to... Actually, you know what? I'm just gonna bug bite you. Could use a little bit of experience. Just a tad, just a tad. There we go. All right. Yeah, so down here, if you hop down this ledge, well, actually, you don't even need to hop down the ledge. You just have to go by where the ledge is, and you'll get a heal ball, which is usually useless, but Pokemon that you catch in a heal ball will be fully healed when you catch them. So if you're adding them to your party, that's kind of nice. But otherwise, since most of the time when you're catching Pokemon, they go into the PC, it's not as likely to help. You know what? We gotta heal up Hippie Hop here, so let's use a potion, because I don't feel like going all the way back to the Pokemon Center once again. Yeah, it's a little excessive. I tend to be a very big cheapskate when it comes to my potions, though. Like, I'll much rather prefer just going back to the Pokemon Center and just healing and coming back. You know, conserve items. Or you could just get a bunch of potions and use those instead of doing that. So, you know, it's kind of a preference, but yeah. All right, so this is Murkrow. It is a dark flying type, so Confusion is not going to work against it. I think we're gonna go with Gust and see how that does. This thing might end up pecking me. I don't remember if it has it off the top of my head, but... Oh, Pursuit. Well, it's good I didn't switch out then, because Pursuit, as I believe I mentioned earlier, it hits you for double the damage if you try to switch out on that turn. Well, it has Peck. And that did a lot of damage because it got a critical hit. Oh, no. Oh, no! He used the full restore? Well, that's not good. Well, this thing could end up using Pursuit, which would be really bad. I'm gonna take a chance. I'm just gonna use Gust. I think it's going for Pursuit. I guess I could use a potion. Oh, it went for Astonish. Okay. Sorry, nap time. Looks like it's time for you to faint. Take a nap of your own. All right, well, we'll finish the fight with Hippie Hop. Ah, I should have just switched. If I switched for Hippie Hop, we wouldn't have had a problem. Alright, well, anyway, that's fine. I guess I'll be going back to the Pokemon Center anyway. Yeah, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I'm healed up. And yeah, there's this area right over here. The berry fields. Now in Sun and Moon, we're kind of forced to go in here and save the day, but now it's just an optional area. But there's nothing really interesting here other than some berries, which you can pick up by this tree right here. Good idea to do that. You'll want to have some berries. They're good held items, as I believe I mentioned earlier. In this case, I'm only getting orange berries. Hey, what's up, pal? Yeah, he's gonna give me a berry as well. Nice. Cool. Do I want to be a berry master? Sure, why not? Okay, I gotta get a person berry. Oh, yes, a person berry. Okay, so unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that right this moment. But I should be able to get one. Okay. There is a big mushroom hiding over here. Well, not really hiding. It's not a hidden item. It's just kind of in an inconvenient location. You can use that, sell it for some extra money. And there you go. There's also a sticker. Do you see that sticker? I don't really care why. Actually, do you want to know why there's no berries here? This is kind of interesting lore, I guess. So, alright. Well, you see, we came here to the Alola region thinking to help spread the word about using fertilizer in the berry fields here, too. The town where we come from, a place called Campfire Town in Kalos, grows plenty of berries in the nearby fields, and we use fertilizer to help grow our berries. But in the Alola region, people don't have to do a thing to help berries grow. You can sit back and let nature and Pokemon do all the work, and you'll have more berries than you know what to do with. And that's why we stopped bothering with trying to farm in the fields here. In fact, now we're the ones who are enamored with Alolan berry culture. Yeah, so just kind of a throwback to the Kalos region. Alright, anyway, over here, there's that sticker. And that should be the last sticker we'll find on this route. There's also silver powder here, which is pretty good. It's a held item, sort of like the silk scarf that raises the power of bug-type moves by 20%. So we're gonna go ahead and give that to nap time for right now. It'll power up bug bite a little bit, but it'll be really nice further on. As for inside, what kind of stuff do we have in here? We got a bunch of Delibird. Oh, I was mistaken. You know what? The berry fields actually have separate stickers. That's right, there's a sticker here. My bad. So yeah, we got the two stickers in the berry fields. But if we talk to, not this Delibird, this one? This one! Yeah, it gives me a nice present, a revive. It's actually pretty good. Alright, so yeah, we have two more totem stickers. There's one more on Route 2. My bad, but yeah, we have the ones over in the berry fields. That's really all there is to the berry fields. There's really not a lot to them, to be honest. Alright, so we run into these two again. Let's see. Verdant Cavern, it's showing very high numbers. It would. In the heart of this cave lies an item that has an undeniable connection to the Blinding One. I certainly would like to investigate this place. Shall we go in, then? No. It seems that people are not allowed within this verdant cavern without specific reason. We should ask the president to arrange for some special accommodations on our behalf. We don't yet have the means to capture Pokemon on our own, after all. Huh. Well, isn't that a pickle? Also, just in case you're wondering, the scene is a little bit different in Ultra Sun, which I'll show you right now. Yeah, alright, anyway, now that that's squared away, let's head on over here. So the irony of having to run back to the Pokemon Center is there's a Pokemon Center right up ahead. So yeah, now I can either go through that patch of grass there or try to take a shortcut, but I'm gonna be cut off by this trainer over here. Oh well, it's fine, it's fine. Now, the encounters you can find up here are actually a little bit different than the ones you'll find further south. More on that in a moment. Anyway, here is another Pokemon new to Pokemon Ultra Sun and Moon. Wasn't in Sun and Moon, it's Flabébé, a flower Pokemon. Definitely makes sense. Now you think using Gust would be a good idea. I mean, it's a flower, it's gotta be grass type, right? Wrong, it's actually a fairy type, a pure fairy type. So yeah, that's kinda interesting. We're just gonna, actually, you know what? I wanna switch out for Hippie Hop. Do a little bit of the switch training. It has a lot of special defense too, if I'm not mistaken. Or at least its evolutions do. Alright. Pound it! Pound it! Yeah! Nice. Okay, so that's good. That's definitely good. Alright. So let's grab this item right here. It's a super potion. Super! Okay, so let's wrap around here. As soon as you kind of get in the area, you'll run into How! How's it, Marriland? Your Pokemon doing alright? Yeah, they're fine. Well, I know Poplio and the rest of my team has seen better days, that's for sure. Come on, Marriland, let's stop by the PMC. The Pokemon Center, in case you were wondering. You know that Verdant Cavern place, right? I guess it's kind of like sacred to Tapu Koko. You aren't even allowed to go in it unless you're on your island challenge. Oh yeah, almost forgot. I have something pretty amazing to share with you, Marriland, you lucky thing. 3 revives. Hey, you can't get enough of those, right? Revives are solid items to have. If your Pokemon faints in battle and can't go on, then a revive will perk them right back up. But you probably won't find revives here. Did you know that Pokemon sometimes sell different things? And not just that, the 2 clerks at the counter even sell different things from one another. Oh yeah, but you got that Rotom Dex, right? If you tap it and play with it a lot, then you can use Roto-Loto too, right? Oh boy. That's right. Give me a tap and my eyes flash. Awesome. Do it, Marriland. Do it. Try Roto-Loto for me. Hey kid, try out the Roto-Loto. Just touch my eyes when they flash and see what you get. Alright, sounds good. So there we go. We get to tap Rotom's eyes. Don't worry. So you'll see Rotom's eyes on the bottom of the screen. Glow yellow every now and then you have this slot machine thing. So yeah, you get different things here and there. In this case, we get Roto Boosts. Yeah, they're kind of nice. It's power that boosts the stats of your Pokemon. Yeah. That's so cool! Roto-Loto can even make your team stronger. I wonder what other kinds of Rotom powers there are too. Well, we'll try some of them out here and there. In this case, you're pretty much guaranteed to get that one. Okay, fine, I'll tap your eyes again. Are you happy now? Okay, let's heal up, for goodness sakes. Alright, this girl here. Hey, if you got a moment, you live here in Alola, right? Okay, what's your problem? Well, I mean, that sounded kind of rude, but yeah. She wants to see a Pokemon called Crabrawler. We'll be able to find this thing, hopefully, if we can catch a Crabrawler and add it to the Pokédex. Then she'll even pay me for my trouble. So we can find that really close by. Hopefully, it's kind of random. But also, wait, it's not you. Who is it? Someone around here has an incredible deal. It's you! She wants to trade a Spearow for her Hawlucha. Well, we've not gotten Spearow yet, but definitely want to pick one up because Hawlucha is amazing. Amazing! Also, you can talk to this guy here, and you can buy super potions, you can buy luxury balls, and X items, and stuff like that. Now, luxury balls, oh yeah, there's the nest balls. I guess you can buy them. My bad. Yeah, luxury balls, they look really cool, but they also make it so your Pokemon's happiness increases a lot quicker. So that's nice for Pokemon like Zubat, like Meowth, like Pichu, or Baneri. Okay, I don't really need any right now, though. So, I gotta go get me a Spearow. Let me tell you, that Hawlucha, you can get Hawlucha elsewhere. You can get him over on Route 3, but not until after you've cleared the first trials. So, yeah. Anyway, here's the final sticker in the area. Should bring your count to 15. And, there's some lovely benches that you can't sit on. Isn't that a shame? Darn it. Oh yeah, you know what? Actually, right over here, if you decided to take this route, then you'll find it actually connects over to this kind of cliffside area, and you can find yet another revive. Hey, it doesn't hurt to have a bunch of those, you know? But if you jump down this ledge, you'll be trapped by this guy. Now, thankfully, this guy isn't quite as bad as he was in Sun and Moon, where he had a really mean Butterfree. Instead, he's got a Rockruff. Yeah, just like Professor Kukui. Now, I guess I should mention a lot of people are like, when are you going to show Rockruff? You know, you get an event Rockruff. Well, at the time of recording, you can get a special Rockruff that evolves into a... Well, there's a special evolution method for it. It evolves into the dusk form of Lycanroc, which is really cool. I look forward to showing that. But I'm gonna wait until after we've cleared the island, because that's when I'll be showing Rockruff anyway. So I'll be comparing the 3 forms of Rockruff. So don't worry, I haven't forgotten. It is a limited time thing though, so if you're watching this video far into the future, it might not even be available. But it is something I will be showing, don't worry. Alright, in the meanwhile, this Rockruff is indeed a Rock-type Pokemon, so we gotta use a Grass-type move against it, or a Water-type move. Leafage made short work of that thing. No, I don't think holding a berry would have helped. Don't worry. Okay, so yeah, there's that trainer. Anyway, moving right along, if you want to find a Spearow, or if you want to find a Cutiefly, or if you want to find another Pokemon, Growlithe, over here is the place to go. But look at that! There's a Pokemon feeding on the berries. Yeah, this doesn't happen all the time, but every now and then, when you search a pile of berries, you may find the fighting Pokemon Crabrawler. Yeah! It evolves into Crabominable on the 3rd island, and it's kind of a pain. As a fighting ice type after it evolves, it has so many weaknesses. I don't know. I much prefer Makuhita at this point, but there's a better option that will completely blow both of them out of the water. It's that Hawlucha! I'm gonna tell you right now, it's that Hawlucha. That thing is so good. And you can get one as a traded Pokemon. Now, traded Pokemon, I'll elaborate more on that in a moment, but they gain experience a lot faster. So, like, you can just end up with a much higher level Pokemon, which is cool. Oh yeah, now that we have Roto Boost, we can use this, and it raises all of your stats by 1 stage. Very handy. It does use up your turn, but you can access it from this pouch, and it can really turn fights around. It's very powerful. Because remember, 1 stage is effectively a 50% power increase. That's really nice. That's 50% more speed, 50% more both defensive stats. Oh, it's good. Anyway, we got Crabrawler. That's some good news. Let's see what it has to say about Crabrawler! Alright, the boxing Pokemon. Crabrawler has been known to mistake Executor for a coconut tree and climb it. The enraged Executor shakes it off and stomps it. Alrighty then. Okay, we're not giving you a nickname, and we're just going to send you away. But we needed to get a Crabrawler. Anyway, so that's good. So now we can claim the other Pokemon. Also, fun fact, if you run from Crabrawler, you don't get the berries. Oh, there's a person berry. We needed that. Cool. All right, you know what? Before I forget, let me go drop that off. Okay, pal, I've got your person berry. There you go. And I get a citrus berry, which is pretty nice. Cool, yeah, it heals 25% of your maximum hit points, and it activates when your Pokemon's hit points get to 50% or less. You might want to hold on to this one for later, because Oran berries are probably going to be at least as good, if not better, at this point in the game. Okay, now let's search this patch of grass even more, because I can get Spearow and Cutiefly and Growlithe over here. Especially this patch right by the Pokemon Center. It cuts out a lot of the Pokemon you've already run into that you don't really need. There's Spearow! Great, let's go ahead and catch this thing. So, Spearow, by the way, oh, Spearow. It's a very cookie-cutter, normal flying type. It evolves at level 20 into Fearow, which is okay, but honestly, you're probably better off just using Pick-a-Peck. Pick-a-Peck tends to be a lot better in most regards, and there's plenty of other flying types. Like, I can't really recommend Spearow. But it's not the worst Pokemon in the world either. Alright, anyway, we got it. And we're about to get something way better. Poison Powder. Actually, this is way better, too. So, at level 13 is when Butterfree gets amazing. It gets 3 powder moves, back to back. You don't really need all of them, though. So I think I'm gonna get rid of Tackle. Actually, I think I'm just gonna get rid of Poison Powder. Yeah, we don't need that. What we really need, we don't need Stun Spore. Nope, we're not about that. This is what we need, Sleep Powder. Yes, we're getting rid of Tackle for that. Sleep Powder puts the foe to sleep, and a Pokemon that's asleep, it can't do anything until it wakes up, and oftentimes it can take a few turns before it wakes up. Butterfree has Compound Eyes, which increases its accuracy. So it effectively has a 97.5% chance of putting the foe to sleep. It's really good. So yeah, that's a must-have for Butterfree, and what makes it amazing. Anyway, due to its short wings, it can't fly long distances. It wanders about restlessly and pecks at bug Pokemon. Alright, see ya, Spearow. Hey, there's Growlithe. That's another one of the Pokemon I wanted to see. Okay, great. We gotta catch this thing. Growlithe is a Fire-type Pokemon, and it has Intimidate, or Flash Fire. So if you see Intimidate, that's usually the one you want. Let's test out the Sleep Powder. It will hit almost all the time, which is awesome for catching Pokemon, because Pokemon that are asleep are a lot easier to catch. Yeah, anyway, Growlithe evolves into Arcanine when you use a Firestone on it, but it learns its better moves as a Growlithe. So you really have a balancing act of deciding when you want to evolve that thing. Arcanine is an amazing Fire-type Pokemon, though. Like, it's the best Fire-type, stat-wise at least, in Alola. Well, yeah, it has, like, a huge amount of stats. Even though none of its stats in particular are, like, extremely high, just all of them together make it amazingly powerful. And it does get good moves, so you just have to have some patience. That's the thing, because Arcanine doesn't get those moves, only Growlithe. But thankfully, if you evolve it, you know, you'll still have those moves. Anyway, it has evolved, or it has lived alongside humans since ages ago. Its bones have been found in excavations of ruins from the Stone Age. Alright, cool. Well, we're not gonna add you to my team. There it is. Oh, it's so cute. Okay, yeah, this is the last Pokemon that I need right now. Cutiefly. So let's go ahead and put that thing to sleep. You'll be seeing that a lot. Alright, while I try to catch this thing, I guess I should talk about Cutiefly, just briefly, in case you don't want to watch the review, but it's a pretty good bug fairy type. It's a good bug type. It's a good fairy type. It'll usually end up outperforming Butterfree later on after it evolves into Ribombee at level 25. Like, it just hits a lot harder, and it's really fast. But it doesn't have that cool auto-sleep, essentially, that Butterfree does. So Butterfree's better early in the game. Cutiefly and Ribombee are better later. But yeah, anyway, Cutiefly can pick up the auras of living things. It skillfully reads those auras to predict its foes' movements and make fools of them. Okay, yeah. Alright, away with you, Cutiefly. Okay, so that's all the Pokemon around here. Let's go ahead and tap Rotom's eyes, and he's gonna ask me a question. Do you ever wish you could become an adult sooner, Marriland? Not really. Don't worry, kiddo, I bet nothing will change, even when you become an adult. Alright, so now as you can see, his eyes are glowing, so let's go ahead and spin the Rotolato! Yeah, we got stars! 2 Roto bargains. These are amazing, but you want to save those for later. They cut the cost of items in Pokemarts by half. That can save you thousands, hundreds of thousands even later on in the game. So yeah, and it works for like, I don't know, a few minutes too, so it's very handy. But you want to wait until you're going on a spending spree before you use it. The good news is you'll get plenty of those throughout the game if you tap Rotom's eyes every now and then. Okay, so yeah, you get 3,000 Pokédollars for showing this girl here, the Crabrawler. But here's the exciting thing, the trade. So Spearow is a rather mediocre flying type at best. Like, you know, it's okay. We're gonna trade it away though for something that'll completely rock your socks. Like, seriously. This Hawlucha. Oh man, this Hawlucha. Let's get this Hawlucha, and then let's talk about it. Yeah, Gila sent over Cha. That's its nickname, Cha! And boy, is Cha amazing. Amazing, I tell you. Look at that beast. Yeah, Hawlucha is a fighting flying Pokemon. So that's really versatile. In combat, Hawlucha leaps nimbly about, taking advantage of its opponent's blind spots. It's also skilled at using superb submission holds. Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so let's, oh, actually, it's in the PC. Well, not for long. Yeah, we're getting rid of Furfrou for this. Get out of here, Furfrou. Okay, so it comes with an X attack, which doesn't serve any purpose as a held item, so you can remove that. But yeah, it will always have the same nature, same stats, same moves, stuff like that. So, unfortunately, its nature, it's kind of a mixed bag. Hawlucha has really good speed, and its nature negatively affects speed, so that's rather unfortunate. But the good news is, it's still going to be really fast. And the nature boosts its attack, which is awesome. Oh yeah. So, right from the get-go, it gets Karate Chop, which is a strong 50 power move, and Wing Attack, which is a strong 60 power move. Like, this thing already hits hard. Plus, in the next area, or at least in Verdant Cavern, you get access to Brick Break, which hits for 75 power. Like, you can easily get rid of Karate Chop or Tackle for it, and it hits so hard. Cha is amazing. You can also get Hawlucha on Route 3 after beating the Verdant Cavern in the first trial. but you can get one right now just by getting a Spearow. And the thing is, let me bring this up one more time, right? We gotta talk about Cha, just in case you guys aren't believers. I actually used one in my Ultra Sun playthrough, and it was amazing. I used it the entire game, and here's the thing with Cha, or Hawlucha if you wait, but I recommend Cha just because you know it has a decent nature, you know it has a good ability, and it's got good moves right off the bat, and you can use it against the first totem. It completely wrecks the first totem. It wrecks the Kahuna. It wrecks the second totem. It's okay, kinda, I don't know, not all that great, but it's not like terrible, I don't know. The third totem's not great. It destroys the fourth totem. And it just like, it keeps going and going. Like, it's so good. It does good against, well, kind of a mixed bag against the fifth. But like, point is, in so many key fights, having either that fighting type or flying type is just an incredible advantage. Hawlucha gets great moves throughout the game. It learns some awesome TM and move tutor moves. And it has very competitive stats. Like, compared to Hariyama, it doesn't have as much hit points by any means, but it's very fast for a fighting type. It's just a great Pokemon. So, I strongly recommend Cha. It will carry you through a lot of tough totem fights and a lot of tough boss fights. It's just so good. It was a Pokemon that I used all throughout the game, and it was amazing. Now, the advantage of going with Cha, another advantage, on top of knowing its nature and stuff like that, is it will gain 50% more experience than one you were to catch on Route 3, because it's a traded Pokemon, so it will level up faster. Now, there is that whole myth that, oh, well, traded Pokemon end up weaker. No, that's not really true. Don't worry about that. And there is also that myth of, oh, well, not really a myth, but the unfortunate consequence of if you raise a traded Pokemon's level too high, it will disobey you. The thing is, that was never an issue for me, and it shouldn't be an issue for you. The level will be more than sufficient. It'll be more than within range, wherever you're at, unless you go completely out of control. So you don't even have to worry about that. It's basically, by using Cha, you get a Hawlucha that levels up even faster, and that's, you can't go wrong with that. So I strongly, strongly recommend Cha as a Pokemon for your team, especially if you're a newer player, because it's just that good. Like, it's so good. I know I'm just gushing over this thing, but it's true. It's awesome. Anyway, there's Alima over there. We'll take care of that later. Now, the next episode isn't going to be Verdant Cavern, because we gotta go back to Hau'oli Cemetery. So we'll check that out on the next episode of Marriland's Pokemon Ultra Moon Walkthrough. If you enjoyed this episode, maybe you'll consider leaving a like or maybe leaving a comment. And if you're enjoying the series and want to see more, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button. Anyway, thanks for watching, everyone, and I will see you on the next episode. Aw, yeah.